Did James Gunn finally get the new Superman movie right? Let's talk about it. James Gunn decided to hit the reset button on the DC Universe now that he's taking control of it. This is the flagship movie for the DCU. And overall, I think that they did a good job with Clark Kent. I purposely say Clark Kent because it feels like we got a lot more Clark Kent in this movie than we have in a lot of the other Superman movies. He felt like a real guy who had to make real decisions, not only as a human, but also as a superhero. There were definitely a lot of situations in the movie that were damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I appreciate that they gave Clark a chance to shine, to, show the other side of him being more human than a superhero. We always get to see Superman as this perfect superhero. He can't do no wrong. He don't got to make too much hard decisions. Even though he did make hard decisions in previous movies, I think that they did a good job of showing that balancing act on this movie as well. I like that this movie was grounded a lot more in comics. If you go back and look at some of the older comics or even some of the newer comics, you'll see a lot of the references that were played in the movie, little Easter eggs here and there throughout the movie. And I think that James Gunn did a really good job of making this more light and not as dark, especially because it's such a famous superhero and the type of superhero Superman is. That's not to say that Zack Snyder didn't do his thing with the Man of Steel. I think that was one of the best movies that DC had to offer in the old universe. But I do think James Gunn brought a different take to this Superman that was welcome and refreshing. I do think that Lex Luthor is gonna be one of the best villains in this new universe. They actually made me hate him, and I feel like in previous Superman movies or TV shows, they walked right up to the line of you hating Lex Luthor, but not quite. And this time, they definitely crossed the line. I hate this character, and that's how you should feel about Lex Luthor. He is a prick, and overall, they did a really good job of casting him and of the actor playing the character. He did a really good job. Overall, I hated Lex Luthor. I think that Mr. Terrific was another character that stole the show. I would love to see him get a spin-off TV show, maybe a movie. Even if they did like a small little Justice Gang movie, I think that that would be a really good spin-off for him because he really did his thing. He didn't have a lot to say, but overall, anytime he was in a scene, I felt like it added to the movie. I really don't have a lot of bad to say about the movie. I don't think it was too long. The only thing I may say is that the villains didn't really get a whole lot of time for us to get any backstory, but you only got so much time in the movie, and the movie is about Superman, and it's not too much about the villains. In this case, I think we got enough backstory on the main villain, which was Lex Luthor. We didn't get backstory, but they did enough to make us hate him. Overall, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I think this is about equal to the Zack Snyder Man of Steel. I think that they are both good for different reasons. I love The Man of Steel. I think that was one of the best movies that they had. And I actually really like this movie, but I do have a feeling that this won't be the best movie in the new DCU. I'm looking forward to what's to come in the new DCU. Y'all let me know in the comment sections. Do you like this version better than the Zack Snyder version? And what was your favorite parts of this movie if you did go see it? And until next time, stay dangerous.